Hi guys, it's Wednesday, May 6th, and sadly this is my last lecture video for you. Basically, I want to tell you where you can find the final exam review. That is going to be, of course, in Blackboard. Go to Lectures, and you should see it. It should say Final Exam Review here. Um, In Chapter 18, you have what you can and cannot fix in post. You also have setting up live shots. I'm going to be asking you questions about this. There's sound mixer job duties, utility boom duties, prepping audio for post, the various types of signal processing, which you can see my PowerPoint on signal processing for any questions that might occur on the test. That is where it will come from. Single system versus double system, the pros and cons. None of this is anything different than what you've already looked at before. I'm going to be having you define mixing, time code, the various types, and also how to jam time code, frame rate, slate, sound reports, room tone, ambient sound, wild sound, voiceovers, Foley, ADR, NDA, day rate, deal memo. The questions concerning these in the definition part, I may ask you to define the term, or I may give you a question and you have to basically fill in the blank. It's multiple choice, so don't freak out. All right. As Chapter 17 is not something that we actually went over, but it is chock full of cool information for you, and it is called the 10 Location Sound Commandments. If you were to study those and I ask you a few questions, you could rack up some bonus points for that. But that's it. The final exam will be released or available to you next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Not anytime sooner, and you will have until midnight Thursday, May 14th, to take the final exam. Once you start, you will not be able to stop, and you will not be able to backtrack on any of the questions. So please make sure you are in a good environment with a nice stable internet if you can. Naturally, if you have any problems, give me a call or send me an email and we'll see what we can do. But basically, I'm looking at about 50 questions, multiple choice. It's not going to be bigger than that. At least, well, up to 50 questions, multiple choice, and I'm going to give you approximately 2 hours to complete it. But yeah, it's not anything that you haven't already read or looked at, so get your book out. It's all on your book and maybe one PowerPoint, and then some bonus questions. So, with that aside, first of all, I want to tell you just how proud I am of all of you who have stuck it out with me and who have done their very best to turn in projects that show your willingness to work hard and to adapt into the situation. I'm really proud of you all. And like I said earlier, it's sad that this is my last lecture video to you. Hopefully, I will see you, if not in the fall, I will see you in the spring of next year on campus in my workshop class or my scriptwriting class. Speaking of which, I am teaching scriptwriting this summer, and if you are interested in that at all, it is a 10-week course on scriptwriting. We will mainly focus, I'll cover all different types, but we'll mainly focus on narrative. So if you've got a good story idea, sign up for my online scriptwriting class this summer, and we can make it happen. All right, all that business aside, I would like to. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a couple of things that might help you out with your podcast. So now basically that's all we're down to is you finishing up on your podcast and making sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted and that you have all your paperwork and everything in. But right now I want to talk about your product. So your podcast, right? I'm hoping you have multiple levels of audio clips. For example, if you can see over here, In this particular scene, he is remembering a phone call that he had with his estranged wife, and it's got a variety of sound clips, as you can see, right? It's got the original camera audio, which I've made go away. It's got the track that was recorded on location. It has the phone ringing. These are those. It also has the right. Okay. So I have road and dialogue. I have the phone ringing, and then I have the music being played over the radio. And then we have the dialogue between him and both his estranged wife and his daughter, Tasha. Okay. When you're mixing, what that basically means is after you've got everything where you want it, you've got everything in place, then you can go in and you can mix. And I'm not talking signal processing. I'm talking where you take the levels of each clip and you make it either louder or softer in relation to the other sounds that are happening. So, as you can tell here, I've got my, let me see if I can make that bigger. I've got between each audio clip, I've got a crossfade, which you're going to need, and I'll show you how to do that in Audition in just a minute. And depending on the software that you're using, they have a variety of ways of doing this, but every one of them has a way to crossfade the clips. And you want to do that because if you've noticed, if you've got a clip coming in that's vastly different in volume than the other one, you'll hear a click. Let's play that real quick so you can hear that.
Yo, what's up, mama?
When he said, "What's up, mama?" you hear that click, right? That's because I took this off. I'll put that back in.
What's up, mama?
No click. Okay, good. All right. So with mixing, you need to make sure that the levels for each clip is in sets well with in relation to the other clips. So, if, for example,
Tasha really thinks you're gonna come through. I'll be there. Dad, I'm coming.
Okay, so Tasha's voice is a little low. I'm going to need to bring that up a bit. But also, I'm not really liking the road noise, but his dialogue sounds a bit muddy too. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a little bit more signal processing here with his clips. So, what I'm going to do here, because I really don't like how muddy his audio sounds, I'm going to edit clip in Audition. Let's play it again. Oh, well, you can't hear his voice, so sorry about that. Let me do another one.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there.
So, his voice sounds muddy, and if you recall, the last time we did our signal processing lecture, when it's muddy, that basically means there's too much bass. There's too much bass frequency happening, probably with the road noise. But if you notice the sound wave right here, you can't differentiate between him and the road noise.
I'll be there.
I mean, it might get a little thicker here, but let me see. Right in here it gets a little thicker. But really, it is interfering with the frequencies of his voice, so it's creating mud, for lack of a better word. It sounds too muted to me. So, one way to figure out what the problem frequency is to pull up an EQ. Here I'll do the parametric equalizer. And you'll notice it here. That's because it's custom. I put it on vocal enhancer, but we'll just go to default like so. Okay. If you have a problem with a clip and it's not quite sounding right to you, you can do this as a trick to, if you notice this green button here is engaged, that means that it's previewing the effect. So
I'll be there.
okay, so nothing's happening because I haven't done anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to grab this, I'm going to pull it down, and I'm going to play it, and I'm going to sweep it. Maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll sweep it. So I hit play.
I'll be there.
Oh, if I could just get this thing to loop.
I'll be there. Be there. I'll be there.
Let's do that again.
I'll be there.
Can I loop this clip? Is there a way to loop it? I know there is. I know there's a way.
I'll be there. 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 I'll be there.
Ooh. Do you see what happened? I cut out the low end and I boosted the mid. You see the mid right here? It's starting at about 200 because this must be where his voice lives.
I'll be there.
Okay, kinda. So you notice there is a vocal enhancer here, and it almost does the same thing,
I'll be there.
but not quite. I want to raise it up a little bit.
I'll be there.
Yeah, okay, see? So now you can tell his voice is much more present because we've basically cut out all that low crappy stuff that was causing mud to occur in his vocals.
I'll be there.
I like it. Okay. So if I was to apply, look what happened.
I'll be there.
It's still kind of low though. The output is kind of low.
I'll be there.
Maybe just a touch. We'll raise it just a little bit. So this is his voice right here.
I'll be there.
Hey, that sounds much more present. So if I were to save that, I'll go back to Premiere.
I'll be there.
Dad, still coming? Did he ever there?
Yes, baby girl. I'm coming.
So you notice the difference between this one
Be there.
and this one.
Yes, baby girl.
He's much more present, right? So I'm going to have to do the same thing for each one of those. Okay, that's pretty much, I mean, it's not any different than what I was showing you before, I think with the signal processing, but my point here is not so much to alter the signal to where it makes it sound like you're on a phone or coming out of a small speaker or doing anything like that. In this case, I did it to literally bring the dialogue forward in the mix so that you could hear it better. It's more present. Also, I wanted to show you, to make sure that you guys know how to do crossfades, because sometimes your clips will click when they meet each other, and it's noticeable. So you want to get rid of those, and that's how you do it. You apply that in Audition, because I'm not in Audition. You're like, I'm not doing a video. Okay, I get it. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is my whole project. I had earlier had exported all my audio files to bring into Audition so that I could do the final master. I'm not there yet. I do have picture lock, which is awesome, but I'm not done with the final with mixing, which you can't finish, you can't master it until you're done. With every single thing. You don't want to be making adjustments to the EQ or adding in any crossfades or whatever. You notice these X's here, that's a crossfade. So in order to place a crossfade, let's just say you're working in Audition and you want to place a crossfade between two different audio clips, there is a black and gray box here that all you need to do is move around. Right? You can fade it out and it will do that for you. You can also, I don't want to do that, so I could pull a little of the edge over so that you can crossfade it. Okay. Let's solo this one. There was no clips, so that's good. There was no click, so that is really good. Let's find me another one. Oh, I get it, because, yeah, never mind. Duh.
Hello? Baby girl, are you there? I have your favorite bear.
Okay. That's it, guys. I hope I've given you everything that you need to do a good podcast and to go forward with your sound mixing in the future. So listen to your podcast with your headphones on and your eyes closed, and take care of any clicks or volume differences. If you need any help, please email me or contact me. I will still have office hours all the way through until the last day of the semester. I'm super proud of you all for sticking it out with me during this crazy online experiment that our spring semester turned into. You guys are super troopers. Anyway, I'm just like a proud mama. Okay. I can't wait to hear your podcasts. I know you're all going to do great on your final. And again, please let me know if you have any questions, okay? So stay tuned and stay healthy.